Ten Best Picks presents the top 10 best 4K streaming devices. Starting at number 10. Fire TV Stick 4K. The Amazon Fire TV Stick 4K is just about the cheapest way to start streaming 4K content for just $50. It's a simple stick-shaped device you plug into one of your 4K TV's available HDMI ports, then connect USB power, and that's it. This simple streaming stick grants you access to Netflix, YouTube, Prime Video, Disney+, Apple TV, HBO, and more. As with any of Amazon's devices, you can ask Alexa to find the TV shows and movies or control playback without having to pick up your remote. Alternatively, you could use the Alexa integration to ask questions or control your smart home. Unfortunately, the Fire TV Stick doesn't have much of an app store or any access to the Google Play Store, so Amazon dictates what apps you can install on this device. For more information and price, check out the product links in description underneath the video. At number 9. Roku Ultra 2020. The Roku Ultra just keeps getting better, and this latest iteration is ready to let you make the most of your 4K HDR TV. The Roku Ultra is capable of delivering a 4K picture at up to 60 Hz over an HDMI 2.0 connection, and you can top off those visuals with the most popular formats of HDR. While a previous model had supported HDR10, this new version adds in support for HLG and Dolby Vision. Roku complements the high-quality visuals with audio to match. The Roku Ultra can deliver DTS digital surround audio or Dolby Atmos, so it's ready to enter your entertainment setup, even if you have fancy speakers. Roku's private listening feature is also still on board, so you can plug a pair of headphones into the remote control to listen to whatever you're watching without disturbing the people you live with. Number 8 of my list. Roku Smart Soundbar. We think everyone needs a soundbar to step up their TV watching experience, and Roku makes our favorite smart soundbar. It's just a standard soundbar, but it is Roku built right in. Wired reviewer Boone Ashworth called it an entertainment turducken for its combination of speaker system, apps, and streaming device, but found that it works better on TVs with an HDMI ARC port over standard HDMI ports. Because it doesn't have a subwoofer, it's best for smaller rooms, but you can get a wireless subwoofer to pair with it for another $180 if you want to up your audio again. Below we've linked to the standard Roku soundbar and the cheaper Walmart version, which has some strange .on branding. Coming at number 7. Streaming Media Player 4K. By now you may have realized that we're big Roku fans. The platform may not have the prettiest on-screen menus, but it's dead simple and gives you access to almost all of the content you could possibly stream. Feature-wise, the Roku Ultra is almost identical to the Roku Stick, but it boasts some extra memory and a faster processor that makes it better at streaming live TV. Like the Stick, it supports 4K HDR, but it also has an Ethernet port, a microSD slot, and a USB port. One key feature is the headphone jack in the controller. At number 6. Apple TV 4K. If you own an iPhone, already buy movies and shows from Apple's library, an Apple TV may be worth the extra cash. It has every major streaming app, including Amazon Video, and the interface is slicker and easier to use than a Roku. The downside is the remote control. It's a bit wonky. Some users have trouble finding its touchpad in the dark, and others have reported that it can be laggy if it's too far away. And if you own an iPhone or iPad, you can pretty much get the Apple TV experience there. Apple now has a Roku app, too. Apple sells a cheaper, HD-only Apple TV model, but it's outdated, weaker, and pricey for what you get. For more information and price, check out the product links in description underneath the video. Halfway of my listed number 5. Fire TV Stick 4K. Amazon really sped up and improved the Fire TV Stick 4K. The Alexa-enabled remote works well too. However, the menus are heavily geared towards showing Amazon Prime Video content and renting videos from Amazon's store. Apps for competitors like Netflix and Hulu are included, but relegated to a single row of the interface. YouTube is finally available thanks to a thaw in the Google-Amazon feud, but Vudu remains absent. We don't mind a Fire TV Cube, but its hands-free voice features don't work very well. If you want it anyway, buy it when it gets down to $80-$90 in sale. There is a cheaper HD-only Fire TV Stick Lite that we haven't tested yet, but it's probably only for those who have no plans on upgrading their TV to 4K. Welcome to the age of affordable 4K streaming. Not only do most 4K TVs now feature at least some form of app and streaming service support, but dedicated 4K media streamers are becoming less and less expensive. The Roku Premiere and Premiere Plus were the first 4K models we've seen to dip under the $50 mark. They're joined by the Amazon Fire TV Stick 4K, a $49.99 media streamer that doesn't represent a sequel to the 1080p Fire TV Stick, but instead completely replaces the 4K-capable Amazon Fire TV. Coming in at number 4 of my list, Roku Streaming Stick. The Streaming Stick Plus is the best Roku for most people. It has excellent Wi-Fi reception and plugs right into an HDMI port on your TV. Like other Roku products, the apps aren't always beautifully designed, but they are here, and the main interface lets you search for shows across all of your subscriptions at once. You can even add or delete the apps you don't need on your homepage for a more streamlined look. The Roku Premiere is a cheaper alternative in the Roku family, but it is larger. It's a good choice if the ports on the back of your TV or soundbar are too skinny or awkward to fit a streaming stick, and it also offers 4K and HDR. We should note that Best Buy has a special version of the stick that comes with a headphone jack and earbuds for the remote. If you have family or roommates who complain about noise, it's a worthwhile option. At number 3. Roku Ultra 2020. Roku's most expensive streamer is more than twice the price of our top pick, but maybe you'll appreciate its extra features enough to want the upgrade. It offers more conveniences, including a headphone jack and programmable shortcut keys on the remote, as well as our favorite feature, a remote finder in case you lose the clicker in the couch cushions. It also delivers Dolby Vision video, faster responses, improved Wi-Fi and a wired Ethernet port, particularly welcome if your home Wi-Fi is overloaded. On the other hand, you can upgrade any Roku to get an even more tricked-out remote, and the new Express Plus 4K works with wired Ethernet dongles too. Adding both to the Express Plus 4K still costs less than an Ultra. Read our Roku Ultra review. The 2020 Roku Ultra looks and feels very similar to the 2019 version, with a 4.9 by 5.0 inch rounded square design just 1 inch tall, all in matte black plastic. The left side features the signature Roku purple fabric tag, while the right edge has a button for the remote finder feature, which makes the remote beep when you press it. Coming at number 2. 2021 Apple TV. The perfect foil to the affordable 4K streamers above, the new Apple TV 4K still costs $179, but is the better choice for people who want to check every feature box or who just want an Apple device to use Apple Arcade for gaming or take full advantage of their Apple One subscription bundles. Video purists will appreciate its flexible HDR and TV calibration feature, while those with older Apple boxes will love the new and improved remote. For most people, however, Apple's venerable streamer just isn't worth the money, especially now that Roku has nearly all the major apps and AirPlay. If you really want Dolby Vision, you can find that on the Roku Ultra at almost half the price. Read our Apple TV 4K review. Almost 4 years since the launch of its predecessor, there's finally a new Apple TV 4K. Not that that's obvious from the design, because nothing has changed on that front, and you'd have to examine the specs of both models quite closely to spot any differences there too. There is a new remote control, though you can buy one of those to go with the last-gen model, if you really want. And number 1. Roku Express 4K. Roku is our favorite streaming system, with the most streaming app options, the simplest interface and the best search. It also has a content-agnostic platform that doesn't push any one media streaming service provider, like Amazon Prime Video or Apple, over another. The new Express 4K Plus is one of the cheapest streaming TV options with 4K HDR. Thanks to the AirPlay update, this Roku device is one of the least expensive ways to connect your iPhone or other Apple device to your TV. At $10 cheaper than the company's Streaming Stick Plus and other 4K HDR streamers, it's our top pick. Read our full review of the Roku Express 4K Plus. Simple Roku interface? Check. 4K HDR streaming? Check. Wired Ethernet support with an optional adapter? Yup. Cheaper cost? At $40 compared to the Streaming Stick Plus's $50 sticker price, the Express 4K Plus has that too. After using the device for a few days, watching everything from Netflix and Disney Plus to Apple TV Plus, and yes, YouTube TV, I can say the Roku Express 4K Plus deserves CNET's Editor's Choice Award as the best streaming device for the money. The front is glossy and nondescript, with just a single indicator light. The bottom is where you can apply the included adhesive strip to attach the miniature box to the back or bottom of your TV. For more information and price, check out the product links in description underneath the video. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel, share this video and hit the like button.